I don't know, with the red hair, like, it's just, and I'm also just not attracted to, I don't know if I'm supposed to be attracted to, you know,
Did you ever drink out of it?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It says Sonic is going to be transgender.
What do you mean? He doesn't have a gender. He's a fucking hedgehog.
I keep calling him he.
He's a whatever. There's female, okay, but there's females in that, like
in the world
that were like female hedgehogs. Sonic's always been like a guy.
There's like the red one?
Yeah, isn't it Knuckles?
Something like that.
Knuckles, I'm pretty sure, was a girl. Why do they do that?
Fit in, so you don't have people mad.
I get that, but it's just so useless.
Oh, that's not true.
That what?
Is transgender?
It's
damn.
It's not true. That I think they're just like.
See, like, okay, like, because the Little Mermaid thing, like, sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like, it doesn't change the story. I'm more mad about the Mulan shit. Have you heard about that?
No.
So yeah, so they got rid of Mushu, and they got rid of the love.
What's Mushu?
Do you remember Mulan, the fucking Disney movie?
Yeah, but like I haven't watched it.
Mushu's the dragon, like the Eddie Murphy dragon.
Oh yeah.
He's scrapped, and the love relation with the guy, like how they were like dating or whatever.
Yeah.
He's gone too. Like he's not a character, and they're completely changing the story. I'm more pissed about that than fucking Ariel being cast as.
And they're not having the music either.
Oh, and yeah, and the songs, like a bunch of the songs are being cut.
Songs?
Yeah.
They say why or just like
they just don't want to fucking do it. And dude, Mulan is like high key, like a scary movie.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I need to watch it.
Go get your fucking mic. It's right here.
No. Are you guys talking right now?
Yeah, we've been.
Dude, I watched. Fuck, what was it? What's the movie? The Germs.
The Germs?
Oh,
Osmosis Jones.
I watched that shit the other night.
Osmosis Jones is fucking great, dude.
Dude, I've been going back and watching all those old movies.
I gotta watch that. I haven't seen that in a minute.
It's
Stars.
Minute, Stars has everything right now.
Dude, yeah, I don't go on Stars.
Stars is Frozen for you, Luke, if you want that.
I already bought it.
But no, yeah. So like, if you look at it, dude, Mulan, because I saw it not too long ago. Mulan's like kind of fucking trippy.
Really?
Like, it's actually kind of a scary movie. Like, imagine you're just chilling. We're just chilling right here. Or you're going to go visit your parents this weekend. Somebody knocks on the door. They're like, hey, go to your dad. You got to go serve in the army right now. Like, we're being attacked, and the king just, like, Trump just called everybody, and you're, like, getting drafted.
Yeah.
But your dad's, like, super old. And he, like, can't even fucking, like... She literally threw herself into military service to fucking die with no military experience at all, to basically go and fucking fight with a sword and get volunteering to get stabbed through the abdomen.
Is that what the plot is?
Yeah,
dude, I haven't watched that shit.
She volunteers herself. Spoilers, Mulan spoilers. She fucking sneaks out and volunteers herself to take the family's part in the war, because each family has to get a male to go fight in the army, she pretends to be a guy.
She would have been viciously raped by
everybody.
I mean,
Jesus Christ. Anyway, she does a heroic thing. She goes out and she volunteers and she gets her hair cut and she trains, and she trains to fight and then becomes a hero and saves the emperor. Like, that's the thing. But like, the actual idea of it is really scary. There's a scene where first of all, they were a small regiment that was going to go meet up with the entire army. The entire army was getting ready to defend themselves against the Huns. When they get there, it's all fucking destroyed. And the main leader, like the guy, what was his fucking name, Luke? Kim Jong-un? Whatever. What was that guy's name? Whatever.
Yeah,
anyway, his dad was like the main leader, and he's fucking dead. And like all the army was like wiped out, decimated. And so it's just them against this huge Mongol army. And they're like, fuck, now we have to defend it. So like they're all gonna die. And they're traveling in this caravan, and one of the fireworks goes off. and reveals their position to everyone. They're in this fucking snowy ass mountain. And no, hold on. Then so they're running away because they start getting, so they're just like walking.
Yeah.
And then they just start getting arrows like fucking flung at them out of nowhere. And they're like, oh shit, run. And one of the fire arrows hits the fucking fireworks and it explodes. And there's like, the horse is like rearing its head and freaking out because it's like on fire. And she's trying to get him undone. And the fucking horse is freaking out and everyone's running. And then they like run into a valley and they look behind them. And this Mongol horde, just thousands of fucking Mongols just like come falling down into them to just destroy them. To fucking murder the shit out of them. And she fucking go like it is like
it's not that you're exaggerating.
No, but that's exactly. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm just saying
Do people die in the movie?
Yes, but I'm just saying that's like a cartoon movie.
Yeah.
But if that is translated to like an actual really good CGI, that's a fucking it's fucked up.
Yeah.
What would you say? Mulan avalanche scene? Dude, I don't know. I feel like that translated would be it's a pretty violent like movie. Yes. Like look at this.
Oh shit.
Like imagine you're just sitting there. Like you're just this little Asian boy.
No, the bad guy is really scary.
And could you imagine seeing that? It's just 15 of you and your boys. He's already talking about dying. There's like 8 of them. There's fucking 8 of them, dude. And then look at these what are you gonna fucking do? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. That's Genghis Khan coming to fuck you, dude. He is going to fuck you.
A firework?
Yeah, that's all they had. Because everything got... Anyway, so she fucking runs up and she, like, blows it into the mountain and it causes an avalanche. But, like, dude, I'm telling you. It is fucking insane. I'm trying to find the part with the horse. Like, there's songs and stuff in it, but even at the end, like, the idea of... So at the end, like, they pretend that the Mongol horde was defeated or whatever, but they weren't. And the Mongols like hide inside of a one of those Chinese dragons, and they go up and they take the emperor hostage and are like fucking like dude, it's a violent like idea, and in cartoon wise, like it doesn't look too bad and it's like played off. But I really think that Disney, who is a fucking bitch, they ruin everything violent, like got scared and they're like, this movie could be really rough if done like correctly. Yeah. And we're just going to scrap that thing and make it into something else. And it's like something completely else now. It's like not the same movie. Like I'm super excited though for what's it called? The new Lion King.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think about like the live action remakes?
I really liked, the only one that I've seen is The Jungle Book.
Oh, okay.
Jungle Book came out a while ago.
Yeah,
I fucking loved it. It was so good. Because The Jungle Book's so old, you know. But I haven't watched any of the other ones like Cinderella or Beast and Beauty and the Beast or...
Yeah, they made a lot. I know they're making it. I just haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of them. Didn't see Dumbo, any of that. Just because Lion King, you know, I'm 95 kid, so that was like my thing. I'm really excited for that one, though. And I'd watch, I don't know, it's just like, I hadn't seen Mulan in a really, really long time, like over a decade. And I watched it not too long ago. And it just like struck, like, I don't know. It's a war movie. It's a war movie. And like, I kind of want to do, like, I would love to see that movie remade in real life. It would be terrifying, dude. It's a scary idea. Like, the Mongols were fucking terrifying. Yeah. Like, old China. Like, have you ever seen Silence?
No. That movie?
Mm-hmm. It's written by Martin Scorsese. His passion project. It's a story of these 3 monks. They're Portuguese monks or Spanish. And Liam Neeson's one of them. Mm. The other one is Kylo Ren, the guy who plays Kylo Ren. And then the other one is the guy who was the Amazing Spider-Man. I forget his name.
Tobey Maguire.
No, the other one. I'll pull up all their fucking names. Anyway, So the story is that Liam Neeson went to China to convert everybody into Christianity, but then they say that he now renounced his faith and is not coming back. And these two monks refuse to believe it, and they're like, no, like it's impossible. Like he would never. Father Ferreira, I think was his name. So it's Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver, and Liam Neeson. So Liam Neeson gets lost, and so Adam Driver and Andrew Garfield go looking for Father Ferreira in China. But this is like 16th century, I think, or 14th, 17th century. And so China is fucking wild, like at that moment, and it's feudal China or feudal Japan. I think it's China. Is it? Fuck, I guess it's on here. They blah 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 China, Portuguese. That doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's China or Japan. Anyway, the admiral there like is not fucking down with Christianity. So anybody who practices Christianity gets like just brutally fucked up, like murdered and shit. And like it is a really, really, really tough film. But I kept thinking of that. Like it just reminded me of it for some reason. I'm like, it's completely different. But if you took that atmosphere of silence, because they do the Chinese thing really, really well, and you put it in Mulan, it could be a terrifying film. It's like super random. I can't believe we're talking about it. But like it's scary, dude. I think they could pull off some nasty shit. But I don't know.
What's it called? Silence?
Yeah.
Write that down for later.
Disney fucking pisses me off. It's a movie you can watch one time and only one time.
Really?
I would never watch it again. It hurts.
Damn.
It hurts. You leave the theater and it's long. It's like 3 hours, and it's not. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything to possibly spoil it, but it hurts. You don't leave the theater being like, that was a good movie. Yeah. Or that was a bad movie. You just leave like fuck. I want to go home. You're like, I just want to go home. You leave dirt. It's just like, it's a great movie. Damn. It's great, but it's rough. It's rough to get in. But anyway, we're back at it. I see. Is this, oh no. I've been drinking so much beer. I was like, this isn't made by Lagunitas. No, I was drinking that some other time. Anyway, what do we have here? We've been drinking. We never really explained what this beautiful, beautiful beer is. What did you bring? Because you brought this over, and it was a slight surprise, but I love it. And let them know, let the three viewers know what what you brought.
Yeah, it's Frankenweizen or Weissenbier. I don't really know how to describe it.
Franziskaner Weissbier. It's just like a really good tasting. It's like it's like different. It's light, and it's just like it's sweet almost. Yeah, it's you can't really like track down like the flavor of it. Yeah, it's a very unique beer, and it's a really good beer, and it's something that like you don't get to drink very often. I feel like this isn't something you pound back, but yeah, this is some classic shit, dude. Yeah. So, and the reason why, so for those who don't know, you are my fraternity little, one of my fraternity littles, and this is our family drink that we drink after another drink. Well, what is it? Arrogant Bastard? Yeah. Arrogant Bastard. Kind of give the duality, much like the show. The first part, honestly, we should have drinking Arrogant Bastard. Next time, let's do an Arrogant Bastard. I refuse. The first, no, I'll you never drink one of those again. The first part is like the Frankenweizen beer. It's light. Yeah. It's nice. And then the Arrogant Bastard. This is the Arrogant Bastard part of the fucking show. Anyway. Well, we were talking beforehand on like our memories and stuff of it. And what would you say? Do you have any good stories of Big Bro? Any fun times? Yeah, I got one. I got one. I don't know if it was yours or the one before you, with Sam.
Trying to think.
Did you ever hear that story of when Sam fell into the cactus?
No. Is it? There's Lima falling into the cactus.
No. Okay. All right. Here, I'll tell you this story. So, for those who don't know, for our Big Bro ceremony, we do a bunch of shit, but we basically just go camping. It's the best way I could say it. Excuse me. We go camping, and we just go camping out in the desert, and all the boys in the fraternity just spend a night there. I mean, I'm actually going to have some trouble finding this video, but I have the video of it. And unfortunately, since it is the fucking desert, and we go out and we drink, some people don't always come back completely unscathed. So I believe it was 2015 that I'm looking at right now, and we went out and we climbed the mountain, you know, for the first time, because it was the first time we were at this new place, at this new spot. So we climbed this fucking mountain, and we're scaling the mountain back down, and Sam was just gone. All right, okay, I found it. Okay. Here, give me a second. Oh, shit. Anyway. We're following Sam because he's just completely gone down. And he is just running down the mountain. He's just running down it.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty steep hill.
Yeah.
Like you've climbed it before. It's a steep hill, and it's dark, and he's just way too drunk. So I'm like running down with him, and I see him just slide and roll, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I was just I had my phone, so I started recording. This is what I saw.
He's down. He's down for the count. Revive your baby. Oh no. I got you, baby. He's out.
Oh no, dude, he was fucking hurt. And then look at this picture. Look at him.
Oh my god.
He got so many chollas, so we had to do the only thing possible. We just did surgery on this kid. This kid had the fucking worst night, dude. The cactus he fell basically into a cholla bush.
Yeah.
And got a bunch on his legs, but one that it was the first part he hit was in his shoulder. And it was right fucking here. Like some on his head too. And if he wasn't that drunk, he wouldn't have. Oh,
yeah.
Man, this is why you don't go out there. What were we doing back then, dude? Did I ever tell you the story with Max too?
Which one?
Not the crazy one, the other one.
Maybe?
What?
Maybe?
Okay, so basically what was happening is we were going off-roading.
Yeah.
And we had the windows open for some reason. It's like 4 a.m. And we have the windows open, and it's Dustin driving. And, you know, Dustin has that grill in the front, like the thing. So he's like a little bit too far to the right, and there's like a hanging cholla. So he hits the cholla with like the right side of the car, and the cholla goes flinging into the fucking second part, into like the back seat. And it was us two people, and then Max Boyce in the back. And it just flies in, and everyone's like, oh shit. And Dustin's like, is everyone all right? And we're all like, yeah, no, I'm good. And you hear, hey guys. And we turn around, and Max just has a huge cholla just right here.
Oh god.
Right here. It's like in his brain, bro. So we had to pull over, and we couldn't get it out because it was he was wearing a hat.
Yeah.
So it had gone through the hat into his head. And it's just here, we're just trying to figure out how to get this cholla out of this guy's face. And man, it was good memories. Like I just remember like looking out into the desert. It's like 4 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like we need.
Were you in the car with me when I got knocked out in the back of Dustin's car?
No,
we were
what?
Off-roading.
You lost consciousness?
Yeah, we were. Forgot what year it was. It was like when I was pretty young, but we thought it was like a good idea to sit in the trunk or like in the very back while they went off-roading. And like last year I remember is like it got really bumpy and I was like, oh fuck, like this is gonna get bad. And then just black.
Oh,
and
God.
then like a few minutes later, like we're pulled over. I'm just like laying on the side, like just like barely getting it back, dude. I got fucking murdered that in the back of that car.
Jesus Christ. You just hit your head straight up on the fucking
Yeah, like we just like hit a bump and I just like smacked it.
fucking A.
And then I'm trying to think of other stories.
Well, let's break down your alter ego.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I heard the funniest fucking thing at Uber, man. I was just telling everybody like who the with my long tenure there.
Yeah.
I told people like I was like, oh yeah, like I know Ethan and I know this guy and that guy. And they're like, oh Cole. I was like, yeah, Cole's like my little. And like you were like the boss at the time.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, he's a nice guy. Like people like think he's scary, but he's actually like quite the nice guy. And I was like, you guys don't know Cole the way I do. Like they were all just like, he's like a really quiet dude, but he's a nice guy. But he kind of scares me. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, Cole's not scary at all. Like, and so we should unveil what you are when you're drunk, especially what your alter ego is. So, what would you say is your alter ego? Like, if you had to give me 3 qualities, this is what I've been usually doing with people, is like 3 qualities that when you're drunk, you definitely talk more.
Yeah. I think that's like the biggest thing is, especially like normally I'm just like a pretty quiet guy in general, especially like especially with like the people from work. Like it'd be like an accomplishment for them if they made me like laugh and stuff like that. And I don't like, it's not me being a dick or anything. It's just like,
You're just that's what
here
they
to work. Yeah.
that's what they were saying. They're like, you're very like stern. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't make him laugh. I was like, he's like one of the funniest dudes I know.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess 3 qualities. Talkative is a big one. Smile more. I don't know if that's like a quality, but I definitely like smile a lot more.
you have a resting bitch face when you're sober.
Yeah.
I'd say. I feel like I do too. Sometimes.
I think I just look like unamused with everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just, like,
A little monotone sometimes
Yeah.
too. I get the same way.
trying to think of a third quality. I don't know. I guess wild. Like it's kind of one of those things where it's like once when it starts, it's just like
It's
very
a
steady
train.
downhill.
A train.
Yeah.
A train runs into the palace.
Yeah. There's like no like self control.
There's
At any
no
point, it's
stopping
just
it.
like
What's that movie
going.
with Keanu Reeves in the bus? You know what I'm talking
oh,
about?
he has to keep it.
Yeah.
Like, stir him up. Yeah.
Yeah, what's that movie called?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Keanu Reeves bus. I think it's like Speed. It's just called Speed. Fuck. Maybe it is Speed. Maybe you are Speed. You are Speed.
Yeah.
Should we call you Lightning McQueen?
Yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. It's like
Or
Yeah,
we could just go by your little name, Dream Palace.
yeah, Dream Palace.
Dream Palace. But I mean, have you ever even hit Dream Palace while drunk?
No, that's
The
like
strippy club. You're not a big strip club guy.
I used to go a lot in high school, like right when I turned 18.
Really?
And like I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world.
Jesus.
And then no, I've never been to Dream Palace because everyone I know that went, so they got robbed there.
Oh,
Like,
at Dream Palace, they
Yeah.
got robbed. I went one time, dude. I went from the den, from the Bears den.
Ooh,
Yeah,
rest in peace.
we went from the Bears den, and it's just the night ended early, and people were like, "Let's go do something." So we go back to the 6. It was summer, and Tony's coming out, and he's like, "We're like, where you going?" He's like, "Nowhere." We're like, "Oh, what's up?" He's like, "I'm gonna go to the strip club," and we were like, "Fuck it, let's go! Like, let's just go." It was like me, Goose, Ryan, and him. And we just went to Dream Palace and we walked in. We're like, all right, if it's like more than like this amount, we're not going to go in. And we said it and the dude's like, yeah, it was more. And we're like, all right, fuck that. Let's go. We like walk away. He's like, wait. Okay, I'll let you in. I was like, this place is already sketchy. Fuck that. I'll never go back there.
You
I'm
heard of
I'm not a big strip club guy.
what's it called? Alaskan Bush Company.
No.
It's in like Central Phoenix. It's like not in the fun area in any means, but who did I go? I went with Joseph, if you remember him.
Cardini?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went with him and it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. And we show up and it's just like the saddest place I've ever been in my life. Like no one looked happy. And it was just like a reckless place. Like I think a week before we went, there was a shooting there.
Jesus Christ,
And
bro.
then when we went, there was like it was this couple at the table or like at the stage or whatever.
Yeah.
And while it was like a husband and wife, so the wife would like pay the dancers to like shake their ass in his face or whatever. And while that was happening, she was literally giving him a fucking hand job.
Oh my god.
And like no one said anything
like
about
full
it.
dick out?
Yeah, just like fucking the craziest thing. And I'm just like, all right, like
maybe you are Dream Palace.
Yeah.
I haven't met somebody who likes strip clubs as much as you do.
It was so bad.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was like the last time I went to a strip club. After that, I was like, I can't go to these places.
What's like the drunkest story you remember? Because I feel like whenever you and I drink, if we're blacking out, I'm blacking out before you. So I feel like whenever we have, I've always just been wasted before you have, and I don't remember.
I think like my biggest blackout story is in initiation night.
Initiation?
Yeah. And it was like on my last year I remember it was like leaving the Plex. It was on my way back. And I remember being like, oh, I need to go to Waffle House or what's it called? Whataburger. And I like just goes pitch black, like nothing. And then I wake up in the morning and you know those bushes by Hossie?
Yeah.
So I wake up in a bush at like 7 a.m, getting dragged out by some like random Asian student. And he's like, no, like you don't sleep here. You can't sleep here anymore. And I was like, no, I'm fucking sleeping here. And so I go back to my room. I go to bed and I wake up and I realize I lost my laptop.
Oh,
Like
shit.
I thought I'd bring my laptop back. So the whole day was me running around. And all the only clues I had was just like a trail of like Whataburger leftovers, just like lining from like Whataburger to Hossie. And then I was like, all right, like fuck this, like I'm just gonna take the L on my laptop, and I was gonna go to the dining hall and get food. And then I'm like, all right, like I'll just ask him just in case. I'm like, oh, did you guys have a laptop here by any chance?
At the dining hall?
Yeah. And she's like, oh yeah, like someone came and brought it in this morning. It was left on all those little tables outside of the dining hall.
Bro.
But yeah, it was like the hardest I've ever, like that was like one of the only times it's ever been like no memory of like where I went and what happened.
Of anything?
Yeah. But other than that, like I always kind of like,
You know what sounds cool?
Hmm.
This is gonna be a cool one. We'll call you the Whataburger Bushmaster.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. I like it. That's a sick fucking name. Because yeah, you don't get drunk too often or like really hammered, and that doesn't sound like you.
Yeah.
That's a cool name. The Whataburger Bushmaster,
Yeah.
dude. An animal in his own right.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's a good story. Better than Dream Palace.
Yeah. There's that. I rode the bull at Buffalo Chip.
Dude, I just went to Buffalo Chip for the first time
Oh, really?
like 2 weeks ago.
You like it?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it's fun.
That shit's crazy. I can't believe you rode the... Well, okay. Will you walk us through that experience? Because, so, everybody always says, it's not too bad. It's a fucking bull. It's a fucking bull. I'll ride it.
No,
like, it's not
terrifying.
too bad. And then you get there and you see how fucking big they are. And you watch... I feel like if you're going to do it, and I'd love to hear your story, but if I was going to do it, I wouldn't want to watch people go before me.
Yeah.
Because the first fucking dude I saw got thrown into the railing right on his fucking rib cage. And like it was the first guy. I was like, fuck that. Fuck that. I am not doing it. Like, I don't care. Like, oh my God. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
So yeah, walk us through. Because I heard that you did that. I never saw the video one. So if you have the video, I'd love to see it.
I have a picture of me with like a 13-year-old that trained me.
Yes, you got to fucking... I'll throw that up. And
try to find it.
yeah, dude. What's the story? Because yeah, it didn't really compute till I went to go see it, and I was like, holy shit, this is what fucking Cole rode. And you were hammered too.
Yeah, so we were at like one of my friends' birthday dinners, and it was like an open bar, which is just like a terrible recipe in the first place. And then from there we went to the Chip, and we walk in, and I see like the bull riding, and like as a joke, I was like, oh, like I'll go ride one. And then of course, like once when everyone starts hyping you up on shit, you gotta follow through with it. And so I like go to this little table by like the pit area, and I go up to the person. I'm like, how much is it to ride a bull? And she's like, have you been drinking it all tonight? I'm like, no, ma'am, like I'm totally sober. And I was like,
She probably didn't believe you.
yeah, no, she's like, okay, buddy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And then she's like, no, like you can. And I was like, all right, like how much do I have to pay you to let me in? And she's like, oh, it's like $70 or something.
It's $70 to ride it?
For it's probably less, or they probably don't allow it. But for me, it was 70.
You were probably drunk.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh shit, like I don't have the money. And of course, everyone I'm with is like, no, like we'll pitch in. So next thing I know, I'm signing like a liability waiver.
I heard there was like a lawyer there too and shit. I mean, maybe you don't remember, but
yeah, I just remember like signing something that was basically just like, if you die, like that sucks. Like it's not our fault.
Yeah, sucks for you, bro.
Yeah, and then so I go and I sign all that. Then I get into like the actual pit, and this is where all like the actual people that do it like get ready and like put like the helmets and all that shit on. And right next to the pit is the little like, it's like a little track where they bring the bulls in.
Yeah.
So all the bulls are just lined up in this, and like it's a tiny ass thing, so they're getting fucking pissed and they're banging up against it, and you're standing. It's like equivalent to like where the chair is. Like that's how close you are
to the bull.
Yeah, and I'm like standing there like shaking, and this 13 like little kid comes up to me. He's like, first time doing this? And I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, like I'll show you the ropes. So like he showed me like the vest and the helmet. He showed me like how to hold it, and so then like they have a list and they call you up to the platform to get on. And she kept calling my name, and every time I'm like, oh no, I'm not ready. And then at one point she's like, all right, like fucking get on or get the fuck out of here. And I was like, all right, so I guess I'm going on. And she's like, oh, we got you a tame one. And it was like the scariest thing. And to get on it, I mean, I'm sure there's a better way, but I was like stepping all over it. So I was getting like more pissed off.
Oh my God.
And so I'm like sitting there, I'm like, oh Jesus, like this is about to be like the worst experience. And then they're like, and remember, like when you fall, whatever you do, like run and jump over the cage. And so they open it up. I last like not even a second. Like it's like a buck once and I'm out of there.
Oh shit.
And instead of like jumping over, I literally went back to like an opening, like a cage opening. Yeah. And I just stood there and like staring at the people. I'm like, can you guys just like open this shit for me? So I had to wait for them to like wrangle the bull away, and then they opened it, and then I was able to get out. But dude, like those things are animals.
Fucking yeah,
like they're insane. Massive. And like watching it, you could be like, oh, I can do that. But like once when you're there and it's like, you can see how mad they are to be doing that shit.
Even
it's
just seeing it live, because I've never seen it live before.
Yeah.
Going there live and seeing it, like, this kid rode, okay, he's not a kid, but, you know, like, this young guy rode a bull and just, same thing. Like, he got bucked, like, once or twice and just fell right on his back, but you heard the thud. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, and he just couldn't, you could hear him go, oh! Like, you could just hear the wind getting knocked out of him. Oh, that shit's rough, try to find man. A picture, I don't think I could. Oh, fuck, you get so messed up doing that shit. I don't know if I could pull that off, but
drink enough whiskey, you can do anything.
Yeah, I guess so. So should we call you the Whataburger Bushmaster or the bull riding Bushmaster?
Down for the Whataburger.
Really? Yeah. You like that one better? Bull riding just has that alliteration.
Yeah. God, oh wait, yeah.
You found it?
Here's me and the kid.
That's the kid. Oh, dude, you looked hammered, bro. You know who you look like? You look like the dude from Seinfeld.
Yeah. And that was right after, too. Oh, and I remember, like, going down and be like, where's this fucking kid?
Mm-hmm. Like, you want to take a picture?
Yeah, like, I need to take a picture. You're like, no one's going to believe this.
Hell yeah, man. That's a great story. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Well, I'm glad you came on. This definitely won't be the last time. We'll drink some more. Arrogant Bastard. We'll drink Arrogant Bastards next time, whether you want to or not. We'll split one.
Yeah.
We'll split one.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
Thanks for coming. Jesus Christ, man. This is why we got to stop. Oh, my God. Thanks for coming on the show, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.